Hi guys, and welcome to another fragrance related video. It's me, Chinami, and today we're talking about a new fragrance that I got for ultra cheap. and this brand, I've bought a couple of fragrances from them. They're ultra cheap, as I said. They go for like €6, which is super low, super duper low. And the performance isn't great, but I think that these are pretty fun for the price point, and I'm happy to have a couple of fragrances that I can just throw in my bag and be fine with it, whether it breaks or not, so I don't have to take on my kind of like better fragrances. And I just like to have a couple of that kind of fragrances that I can just throw in my bag and not worry about it. So this is that kind of thing. And today we're talking about Floyesa Ignancé, and this is the bottle. And yeah, it says Floyesa and Ignancé Eau de Parfum Women down here. And what I think this is duping, if I'm correct, is Chanel Jean's Tendre. Is that how you say it? Or Tendre. Super hard to say. The rose fragrance rendition of the Chanel Jean's fragrance. And that one has quince, grapefruit, rose notes. It's really fresh. It has iris, I think heliotrope, giving it a little bit of that kind of powderiness. And I've actually tried Chanel Jean's Eau Tendre in airport once, and it was a really nice fragrance. But just looking at the bottle and the name and Ignancé Jean's, and kind of like from the notes that I can discern, I think that this is trying to dupe the original Jean's. Now, is it similar? No. I think it's like 50% similar, so not very similar. But when I tried this in the store, I thought that this was a quite nice fragrance by itself, a really carefree, easygoing fragrance. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it on to kind of like reacquaint myself. It has a nice sprayer for the price, honestly. It is just a little alcoholic in the beginning, but not bad. And to me, the first thing that I notice in this is that this is way sweeter than Jean's Eau Tendre. And I can't say that word, I'm so sorry. I don't know French. I'm really bad at pronouncing French words. But yeah, this is kind of like real fresh, very, very sweet. This is sweeter than Jean's Eau Tendre, as I said, way sweeter. But kind of like irisy, a little, yeah, I get that heliotrope. There's kind of a little bit of, just a tad bit of powderiness, but mainly it's like fresh, rosy, a little fruity fragrance with floral mid-notes. I think there's rose and magnolia, but I'm not completely sure. I just think that's what I'm getting. And yeah, iris. So yeah, it's just really pretty. I tried this yesterday on, and my boyfriend actually kind of tried it and said that he likes it. The only problem with this one is the longevity, guys. I don't know what I expected with a €6 fragrance. This was kind of a blind buy type of situation, or like a spur of the moment buy. I tried it on and I was like, oh, that's pretty, that's cute, really fresh, really sweet, really girly, airy. Oh, I like that. But the performance is absolutely terrible, okay? Then again, it's 100 milliliters and it's cheap. And also I happen to know that Jean's Eau Tendre is also really bad, notoriously bad at lasting, because it's such a fresh scent. But this is way worse even. This is like 2 hours, and I know that that sounds really bad, but when you think about the fact that it's only 6 euros, like, to me it makes me happy still. I like the grapefruit in it. And that rose, it gives like rose and grapefruit in the beginning, and it's really fresh, a little bit, as I said, heliotrope, which means that it has a little bit of powderiness. It's really like powder puffy, but cute and fresh at the same time. Really feminine. So I think that this would be a really nice like summer fragrance because it's so fresh. And honestly, the original also is like super fresh and it doesn't last a long time. So I'm kind of like, whatever, I can still put this in my backpack and just keep spraying it on every 2 hours. Like, I don't care. With this kind of fresher fragrances, I don't care if they don't last because I treat them more as a little refreshment type of thing. And I like spraying them on all the time. Like, that's kind of how I use fresher fragrances anyway. But yeah, I just felt like this was really nice. Otherwise, the only problem is the longevity, but otherwise it's really soft, sweet, nice. Definitely not sexy. This is more like a good girl, everyday, clean girl type of fragrance, and very sweet, feminine, fresh fragrance. And I think you'd be hard pressed to find someone who doesn't like the DNA because it's so like likable. And I really like the rose in it. I think that the kind of quince and grapefruit with rose is actually a really nice combo. And honestly, when you think about how much Chance au Tendre goes for, and you compare it to the 6 euros of this one, like, I don't know, I think it's justified. 6 euros for this, yeah, I think in this case it's justified because it's a really nice scent, okay? It doesn't last, and that's sad, but kind of I can overspray with this kind of situation where it's not too expensive. I can just overspray and keep the bottle with me and it's fine. But yeah, I just really find this really girly, fun, everyday type of wear. Definitely office appropriate in my opinion. I'd definitely say it's a good option. The only thing that I have a problem with this one, the name, it's Ignancé. And I had to Google what Ignancé means because I was like, I don't know what it means. Where's the Urban Dictionary? And you know what Ignancé means? It's like ignorance, but another way of or stupidity, but another way of like spelling it. Like a synonym for ignorance or stupidity. And I can't wrap my head around why the Floyesa brand would give their fragrance such a controversial name, you know? Like, it's supposed to be, I guess, like pretty, and what you get is like stupid, you know? A word that means stupid, basically. And I don't know, that's weird to me. So everything but the name is kind of fun. And yeah, this was honestly just such a spur of the moment. I've been trying not to do that, but I just felt the DNA, okay, when I tried it. It's not alcoholic at all. It's really pretty for the price, honestly. And I feel like with the fresher, I've said this 1,000 times, with fresher scents, I don't really care if they don't last. Yeah, because none of them last. It's really, really not common for a watery, rainy, kind of like fresh scent to last. Like, they're 1 in a million, and honestly they smell better most of the times when they don't last. Some ingredients just don't last, but they smell so good that it's kind of worth it, in my opinion, to keep spraying it. And honestly, I'm just gonna wear this today because I'm just finding this nice. But yeah, I need to overspray like a crazy person. So for context, I usually put on about 2 sprays of my fragrances, but with this one I have to put on 4 sprays to make it last just a little longer, okay? So that might give you guys an idea about the longevity. But sure, I think that if you want to go for ultra cheap and you're looking for something nice and fun, I think that this is a great contender. Also, if somebody's just getting into fragrances and they don't want anything too heavy, I think that the DNA is really nice, and I think that for the price, it's honestly making a nice rendition out of the Chanel Chance Tendre DNA. So like, of course, I'm gonna say this. Chanel Chance Tendre is way better. Of course it is. It has probably way better ingredients in it. The longevity is a little better. But then again, the price point is huge. So considering that, what I'd give this is probably still like an 8 out of 10, because the DNA is real nice. I can see myself wearing this a lot. It's also a really nice one for going to bed and, you know, just grabbing your stuff and running errands and things like that. It's so nice, and it's so moderate projection, intimate. It's like intimate that you will not bother anyone, and I can see the kind of like versatility in that, and I have way too little that kind of fragrances, so this is definitely filling a void in my collection. Like, I lack that kind of fresh, easygoing, everyday type of fragrances that don't bother people and are likable, and I have only a few of that kind of fragrances. But there are many times when I've thought like, ooh, I should wear something like that. I should have something like that. And for that, Ignancé by Floyesa is kind of like giving me everything I need. Also, I have to say, I like the bottle. I like the pink hue of the juice. It's slightly pink, and I like the cap. I don't know, I think it's pretty simple, but I still like it. I think it looks pretty, it looks classy, it looks exactly like it smells like, and I just find this to be one of the better Floyesa fragrances. So yeah, 8 out of 10 in my opinion. Maybe if you can get it for cheap, go for it. Honestly, if you're going to pay more than 15 euros for this, I would say that it's not worth it just because of the poor longevity. I must stress out that the longevity is really poor. But if you're just looking for something to refresh yourself, as I said, to kind of like have a pick-me-up smell or something you can wear straight out of shower to feel a little more feminine, like absolutely a gem for that. So yeah, that is my review on Floyesa Ignancé, and yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed already, maybe you should. I make fragrance related videos all the time. It's my passion. I have a couple of new fragrances coming my way, and I can't wait to review them. And this is something that I absolutely love, and I hope to have you guys along for the ride. So yeah, like and subscribe to the channel, and I see you guys in my next one. Bye.